What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NFL DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday Night Football's game between the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Head to Twitter and follow me, at Josh Engleman. Only place you get updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. They're not coming today, by the way. Let me know in the comments section who's your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today. Also, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up. Get yourself a little bit of extra cash on that first deposit. Now, we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Chris Conley, Pharaoh Brown, Zane Gonzalez. Wow, that was tough to say. Terrace Marshall and Brandon Cooks on the outside looking in. I did not smoothly get through that read, but that's fine. We are now on to my favorites. And at number 5, just as easily could have been 6. We could have flip-flopped here. That's DJ Moore. He's $14K, projected for 12.7 fantasy points. Nice spot. Their favorites. The Houston defense is terrible. All signs point to DJ Moore having a decent game. 8% chance to go for north of 25 fantasy points. 10% likelihood to be the optimal MVP, plus another 26 at the flex spot. That gets DJ Moore in the optimal 36% of the time. Not bad, but still only about a third of the time. This is a tough slate. A lot of concentration at the top. Very difficult to get different today. Next up at number 4, a lot easier to do this one. 10K Robbie Anderson, projected for 9.7 fantasy points. Same excellent matchup, but the price tag is really difficult to pass up on. Only a 2.5% chance to go for north of 25 fantasy points. You're only getting him in the MVP spot about 4% of the time. But as a value option, that 10K number, that puts him in the optimal flex spot 42% of the time. We're getting very close to a coin flip on Robbie Anderson. Now at 3, we're heading to Houston. We're grabbing a quarterback. It's Davis Mills time. He's 12K, projected for just 13 fantasy points. It's a better spot than you could ask for, I guess. This isn't a very good offense. They are 30th via PFF. I don't think that's going to get any better under Mills. But they're only going up against the Panthers, who have the 19th ranked defense. This isn't as bad as it could be, but they still are 8-point dogs. It's a low total. You're hoping for a little bit of luck, honestly. He's got a 4% chance to go for north of 25 fantasy points. That's not great for a quarterback. 5% likelihood to be the optimal MVP, but because he's only 12K, a 50% chance to be in the optimal flex. That makes Davis Mills pretty clearly my number 3 play overall. He's well ahead of Robbie Anderson. The 12K price tag, it's too good to ignore for a quarterback. Speaking of quarterbacks, number 2, 15K Sam Darnold, projected for 18. He's got a cupcake matchup against Houston. This defense is atrocious. And he would be the number 1 guy normally if he didn't have a certain someone on his team with him. 20% chance to go for north of 25 fantasy points. A 24% likelihood of just simply being the optimal MVP. Plus you get another 43 at the flex. That puts Sam Darnold in 2/3 of all optimals, 67% likelihood of him just simply being in the optimal. He's doubling up someone like Brandon Cooks or DJ Moore. It's a really nice spot for Darnold. I don't have much else to say. This should look fantastic to everybody. This isn't a great offense for the Panthers. They're only 25th via PFF, but I think the Texans can help them out a little bit there. Now, before we get to the very obvious number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Then head to Twitter, follow me at Josh Engleman. Only place that you get the updates to these sim results as we get closer to lock. I just won't be around for lock tonight, so I'm not going to be able to provide those updates. My apologies in advance. Plus, I don't think this one's going to be moving around all that much. We kind of know what we're getting here. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite and least favorite contenders are for today. And once again, shout out to No House Advantage. Please go check them out and use that promo code Awesemo when you do so. Like this could have been anybody else. Number 1, Christian McCaffrey. He's 17,500, which is just a crazy price tag, but well deserved. Projected for 23 fantasy points. He's a monster favorite against one of the worst teams in the league. There's a 42% chance he goes for north of 25 fantasy points. If he does that, you're gonna need him. This might be the highest I've ever seen for a non-quarterback. 49% chance that he's the optimal MVP. I don't think that I've seen a non-quarterback get to a coin flip at MVP. Plus, you get another 31% likelihood of being just optimal in the flex spot. Either way, Christian McCaffrey is the most optimal play you can find today. 80% of the time he will be in the optimal lineup. It's really just going to take, honestly, an injury to slow down McCaffrey in this spot. Everyone knows this. You guys now know it after seeing it, but I don't have anything else to add. Christian McCaffrey is the best play in this game. He's the best fantasy player on the planet right now. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday Night Football, Panthers and Texans. DraftKings version of this video around here somewhere. You can check out my NFL top fives for week 3 in the NFL. That's going to be coming out tomorrow. And then I'll be back again Sunday morning for another edition of Contenders for Sunday Night Football. Good luck tonight, everybody. Let's win some money.